Okay, good morning. Today we're going to be testing, the board members are here testing the machines for accuracy to ensure that the machines are tabulating the votes correctly. So you're going to have there's a set of 4 ballots, and on the 4 ballots, each candidate receives 1 vote. So when the machine prints out, you're going to see just a set of 1, 1, 1 going straight down for each candidate, and that includes the writing. The ballot is a front and back ballot. There's going to be no overvotes on the ballot, and you should see some undervotes in certain candidates. Overvote is basically when an elector selects more than what's allowed in a contest. For example, you have the senator race where you are allowed 7 and this elector selects 9. That will constitute of an overvote. You have an undervote when an elector selects 2 and they're permitted to do 7. So the machine will just promptly let you know. But you wouldn't see the overvote message on this since we don't demonstrate an overvote while doing the testing. So you go ahead and feed, and you'll notice on an election day when it starts, the public count is going to be at 0, and this is your protected count. We could never raise our protected count. That's the number of ballots that have been fed through this machine.
And that's 2,393.
91.
91.
Yes. So we're going to go ahead and start feeding them into the machine. So we're going to do the next ballot. So this is where the machine is promptly let you know that you're undervoted in a few contests. So that'll be the Territorial Committee and in the Territorial Committee District. So we're going to go ahead and hit cast ballot, since we know that we purposely undervoted. So elected does not step away from the machine until they see that sign that says thank you for voting.
And so one can undervote, that's allowed?
Yes.
Okay. So basically if you just want to vote for one candidate, that's good?
Yes.
Okay.
If you want to vote for none in a governor or a senator at large race, that is acceptable.
That's acceptable as well?
Yes.
As for the overvoting situation, that is not acceptable?
No. What the machine will end up doing, it will still, if the elector selects to cast that ballot, it will accept the ballot, but in that specific race, it wouldn't be counted. So for example, let's say if I overvoted in the governor race by selecting 2, that selection is not going to count.
It's not going to tabulate. And so if you were to choose, say for example, 2 gubernatorial candidates, the system would accept the ballot, but it would not count the gubernatorial section.
Correct.
Okay.
If that elected do choose, they can go back to the judge and let the judge know that at the polling place and say that they spoiled the ballot, and they get a chance. They could vote. They have at least 3 opportunity to mark that ballot again, and then if they do it 3 times, they will be moved to the express vote. You see a demonstration of the express vote.
In a while. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is a DS200. This machine is a machine that tabulates the votes.
Okay. Okay. So this tabulates the votes.
Correct.
Okay.
So now we already we're at our public count of 4 ballots. You realize now it says 2395. At first it was 3291.
Right.
So we're gonna close the poll, and this is what happens at the end of the day, at the end of the night, after everybody has finished voting.
Okay. So we just closed the poll.
So right now the machine is tabulating all the votes that would have been casted in it.
Okay.
So it doesn't take that long, since it's only 4 ballots, but on election night it takes
It takes a little longer.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the tabulation right here. Yes. Of course, on election day, this will be much longer than this.
Yes. Well, it'll be the same amount of paper, but we don't allow people to see it. So poll watchers, I'm going to give you an opportunity to see it, since we're doing a test of it.
Right.
To ensure the accuracy of it.
Right.
So like I said, in each race, you're going to see everybody gets 1 vote, included the write-ins. So you're going to see the total number of sheets is 4.
Right.
Again, your protected count goes on the paper. The 4 is a public count, is a number of ballots. We close the polls at 9:30 a.m., which it should be around 9:30 a.m. We open it at 7:10, which was this 7:10 p.m. yesterday. That's when we did it.
Okay.
We started to prepare for the testing. So for every contest, every candidate gets 1 vote. So that just proves the accuracy of the machine. At the end of the day, before we leave here, the board members will sign off on these receipts to prove the accuracy of it. And this is what the election officials will do. But at the poll, they would not see this. This would come directly back to the board, and that's what we fed in the computer in the back.
And so this is carried back to the election system under police escort, right?
Yes. Okay. Let's shut down this machine. We got to first, before we send it back to the poll, we have to clear out the votes. So we tested the machine to prove its accuracy. So we're going to go ahead and close it. I would ask that you stop recording. Just seal down. replace a seal here, here, here. This is the emergency compartment. This is like, if let's say election day, the power goes out. The machine doesn't have a backup battery, but let's say the hour gone for the current gone for at least 4 hours. And this is a big pole. This is Ricardo Richards. So that's one of our bigger poles. So let's say we have 500 people came to vote. That will cause the battery to die. So then the judge will cut off this seal, and I'll show you. Put down this flap. So you could see now there's nothing in there.
Right.
And the electors would feed that ballot. Whenever the power comes back, whether it comes back at the pole or comes back here, or it doesn't come back at the end, if it comes back at the pole, the judge typically would feed it into the machine in the observance of poll watchers.
Okay. And while poll watchers are observing it?
Yes.
Okay.
Down here is where the ballots are stored in these boo bins. So the boo bins would typically be, the flap would be up.
Right.
And the ballots would fall in.
Right. Okay.
And this would be sealed. You have a seal here, and the door would have to be sealed as well.
So those are all test units right here?
Yes. So that's basically it on the DS200.
Okay. All right.